Hello. Welcome to Talk Tuesday. This is Dr. Lori Trout, and I have with me,
I'm Christy.
she is one of our ladies, well, she used to be one of our ladies. She has graduated from the program, and now she is helping with the ministry. Talk Tuesday is another form of Grow. Grace Restores Overcoming Women, and we are helping women transition from incarceration back into society. So today, I asked Christy to join me and just to share her journey so that you can see that we're not fabricating this. I mean, I don't think you thought we were, but just in case. So, Christy, tell us about your journey and thank you for being with me today.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me. Camera shy a little bit. So I started out being just a regular housewife, working 3 jobs, and I just went through a time in my life where I just let depression get the best of me and the enemy started taking over. And making a long story short, I made some decisions that started hanging around the wrong type of people. Never was a drug user in my past, but I just started hanging around the wrong type of people, and I just started experimenting with things after the loss of my sister, which I blamed myself for because I judged her for her actions that she was doing, and so she committed suicide, which led me to spiral down a really bad path of depression, and I started doing everything that my sister was doing that I was judging her for. So God was showing me basically everything she was going through, and then me acting on it. So I just started hanging around the wrong type of people, got involved in a relationship with someone I shouldn't have been in, and which led me to a life of getting arrested. So never would have thought that would have ever happened to someone like me. I was very involved in my community, very involved in the church, but at that time, going to church, I did not have a relationship with God, didn't know what any of the Bible, I didn't understand the Bible at all. So, after I was arrested, God just reached out to me while I was in my jail cell and just showed me everything that my sister was going through, and he was just showing me as if he was there all along. And all along when I was going through everything I was going through, he was showing me again things that I didn't really realize what I was doing at the time, but I could see it clear as day that he was right by my side and trying to stop me. Like, for example, I was pulled over 7 times in 1 month. So, as we all know, 7 is God's number. So, and then a situation I was getting ready to do, and then some random person just walked up to my car before I was about to do this, and he just stared at me, so I stopped what I was doing. So he showed me all of that. So that was so weird little situation, but it was as if God was showing me that was him right there, trying to stop me. But my stubbornness didn't listen. So, but I just, during that time in jail, I heard my name called out, and I just might get emotional, but I'm try not to. But yeah, so I heard my name clear as day, and he just said, "Your life was worth saving."
Yes.
And he told me that I didn't arrest you. You were rescued.
Yes, yes.
So I didn't understand that until I gave my life to him and just said, "I don't know you, but I need to know you."
Yes.
And so I just dropped to my knees. I never was a prayer. I never talked about God before, but I just dropped to my knees and I just said, Take me as I am. I give it all to you. I trust you, and I need you to get through this, and I need you to make me a new creation through you. So it's just like out of nowhere, it's just like I saw life in a better light. So I saw like people that I used to look at them like ew, like I don't know. I'm gonna admit I was a hypocrite. So I'd look at them like
Yeah.
I would never have in my life thought I'd be sitting or talking to somebody who's been in jail before, and I just saw all these people, all these women that I just all of a sudden had a love for them.
Mm.
I did not like women before. I'm going to admit that. So
God will
I
do
did
it.
not like women before. I just hung around kids and stuff. So, but God just said, all these are my daughters.
Yes, right.
And he said, your job is going to be to love them. Didn't know what that meant at that time either, but he was still using that.
Yes.
So, I ended up getting sentenced to 3.5 years in prison. Well, I got sentenced to 55 months, but I served 3.5 years on good time.
Mm.
During that time, it's just like Miss Lori told in the story before about a caterpillar and a butterfly. I grew into a butterfly while I was in prison.
Beautiful.
It was so overwhelmingly awesome because I got the chance to be a choir director and on a praise team. I was involved with all the Bible studies there, so it's like I went to prison to learn more about him, learn his word.
Yes.
Something I didn't understand before. You could give me a Bible and I wouldn't have a clue how to find something in it. And I had a Bible and it looked really pretty on my coffee table. It was like a decoration, but I didn't understand how to read it. But being in prison, it was a godsend, and it taught me how to love him and take that time every day to be in the Word, and then every day I looked up at all the women and I just loved. I loved them, every one of them. So I was like a little cheerleader for them. So, but I just at that time, I thought I was going to be released back to my family, and then all these doors just kept getting closed that I couldn't go here and then I couldn't go there. And then something kept telling me, grow. I just kept hearing the word grow. I'm like, what is grow?
Wow.
And then my roommate just happened to have a pamphlet that said grow on it. And I was like, what is this? And so I looked at it, and then this lady that does our reentry, I told her, I said, I think I need a plan B because I just don't feel my gut's going to tell me I'm not going to get to release to my ex-husband. And she mentioned grow. So it was funny because I immediately got an interview with Miss Lori. Everything went well. And then the next day I found out my release plan to my ex-husband was denied.
Wow.
But I got approved to go to grow, so I didn't know I was just like, what is going on with all this? This was in a whole new era, in a whole new place. I had only been here for cheerleading competitions or whatever, but I just it's taking me away from my family, and it's just but God told me, he said, I'm taking you somewhere new so you can start fresh.
Yes.
I've taken everything away from you, but I'm going to bless you again.
Wow.
Even more. And so I just kept hearing the word love and love women, and then so I got accepted. So Lori told me, I'll see you in October. So I just hung up from the phone with her, and I was like, did that just happen? And then another situation happened while I was there. I was supposed to get accepted to go into a program through my mentor, and they came to me and said they had an opening for me, and then I said, well, I already accepted Grow, and they're like, well, you need to make a decision. Well, I was like, I'm going to go ahead and go. I prayed about it, and I was like, I'm going to go ahead and stick with Grow, because that was originally planned. And then the next day, it came back to me that house was denied.
Wow.
So
look at
did I
that.
ever
Look
tell you
at
that?
God. No.
I didn't tell you that. But yes, so that was with my good friend Shannon West.
Oh my goodness.
So I was supposed to get into it. They've been working with me
Oh, in
for
Wichita.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
So they'd been working. So the plan was not to go back to Wichita. That was the plan. So God did not want me to go back to where I got in trouble in the first place. So that's why he said, I need you to start over anew. So it's just funny how everything I tried to do for myself got rejected.
Shut it down.
And God said, that is not my plans for you. My plans is for you to go here.
Yes.
So, long story short, I did get out in October of 2019. I got to come into the Grow house in Lenexa, and it was amazing. So, got a beautiful pink room, and I was just so excited, and it was just so overwhelmingly beautiful. Like, I felt safe. Like, I was scared to death to get out, but I just walked in there, and I was there by myself, so that was probably a good thing for the time being, but I felt just so peaceful. And then as soon as I got there, one of the ladies I used to love on in prison, she had some low self-esteem issues and insecurities, and so I used to do her hair and makeup for her and all that. And when she found out I was coming, she about lost it. So. But it was a blessing. Like, I never thought I'd see her again. So.
And it wasn't even planned to put you
Yeah.
guys together.
So, yeah, that was what was cool. And then another friend of mine was there, and so I just immediately made connections and made relations with all the girls. And I don't know, it literally is what it is, what it says. It's grow. You're growing. You're inside and out, and just growing, build bonds with these women.
Yes,
And
exactly.
I've just had nothing but love for every one of them. And I don't know, I just can't get enough of them sometimes. but Lori has helped me in so many ways, and I don't know, we immediately connected because we have similar situations.
Yes.
And so I knew that from the start that I was gonna, like, I don't know, she's kind of taken on my mother role. So spiritual mom, and Mr. Bill's my spiritual dad. But they both just immediately accepted me with open arms, and I felt that connection with them. And Lori was there for me from every step of the way, getting my driver's license. I was rejected like 5 times, so for issues with all that was a mess. But Lori was there holding my hand, and I cried a couple times, but she was my voice whenever I didn't have one. So, and then it's taught me to help me grow with that, to where I can now be a voice for others.
Exactly.
But it's been a blessing, because I was able to finally get my driver's license, and I was able to, get a job. I got to buy my own car. First time in my life I got to buy my own car without a man or anybody as a co-signer. That was a big blessing. I got to work at a couple of jobs that I loved, and there's just so many things to list, but it's just, if it wasn't for Grow, I wouldn't have been able to do any of this. I would have been like, Grow's helped me find the woman that I need to be all along. So, I needed to have that, that structure a little bit, but I mean, it wasn't like prison, but it was, she held me accountable, and I checked in with her, and she was just, my rock whenever I needed. Every time I was going through some hard things, I knew I could call on either one of them, and they would pray for me, and they taught me how to pray more. And I've gone to God for everything. Like, I trust Him with the good things, the bad things, everything in between, whatever I can. And like, I don't worry about anything anymore. The old me definitely would have. So, but I just, ever since that, it's been 3 years almost. 3 years in October I've been out. So since then I've
got married.
Yeah, got married back in February. That's a whole nother story. So bring my husband in here for all that. But that was another thing. God definitely orchestrated everything about my life up till this day has been led by God. So, and like, I can't thank Him enough. But I hope to encourage the girls. So I graduated, obviously, and got married, and so now I'm Lori's program manager for the 3 houses in Johnson County, and so I get to go out and love on all of them. So
she does a great job at it too.
Love it. I love it.
From the heart.
So I gave my whole life to God, and I'm trusting him with everything that he will provide. I quit my full-time job just because I just love God so much more. So I love him more than the worldly things.
Yes.
And so I just, like, I want to give back to the girls what I was given. So so I take them out on driving lessons, and we go job interviews and take them shopping, or just spend some one-on-one time with them. Take them to women's groups and just whatever they need. I like to be there, just a phone call away, and they can call me, and they just need that. They all need that love and support that they maybe had left behind before. So, but I don't know, I encourage anybody just to, God did teach me this, that somebody is placed on your heart, to definitely reach out to them as soon as they are placed on your heart, because you never know, they could be at that moment planning suicide. So, and that has been to the T. Like, every time God's placed somebody on my heart, I reach out to them, and they have told me something about that. So, yeah, I don't play around with that anymore, because after my sister passed away, God kept placing her on my heart, and I ignored it. So, and I was being a hypocrite, and I was judging her. So, it has taught me how to not judge anybody anymore. And we all have a story to tell.
Yes.
We're all going. It doesn't matter what you are. You could be the president of the United States or whoever. It doesn't matter who you are. You all have been through. We've all sinned. We've all fall short.
That's
but we all have one God, that loves us. So I just encourage everybody to just love. That's the biggest thing. Just love yourself, love each other, love God, and you will succeed at everything. So
God's grace and mercy is good, He gives us new mercies every morning. And so in Grow, we don't have room to judge anybody. We love the ladies where they are. So we want you to come alongside us, be a supporter, subscribe, post our YouTube videos to your Facebook page or to your YouTube. If you got a YouTube, post us over there too. Your LinkedIn, whatever. Get the word out there. This is an awesome testimony, and Christi is a blessing to us, and she in turn is blessing the other ladies. So I just say God bless you. We love you. Grace restores overcoming women. And so until next Tuesday, have a blessed week.